And the man is here. Mettle is in the studio right now. He's reigning Artiste of the Year. Hallelujah, everybody.
Amen.
Good morning to you. I hear this particular song that, we started this with has testimonies that I don't know of.
I mean, it's been a blessing to many lives. It's been a blessing to so many people. I remember some time ago, somebody, spoke to me about it and says, I've lost about 2 or 3 babies because he says I've been married for a while and I'm pregnant again, and I was afraid or scared I was going to lose this one too. And not long after that, I heard or chanced on the song, and the message spoke to me, and so I held on to it. He says even all the way to the hospital and at the hospital before I was playing it, and I told the doctors, can I still keep playing it?
Wow. And
they said yes. And later on, she sent another message on Facebook and says, your nephew just arrived. And countless
But have you met this
testimonies.
particular baby? You should
I
meet
haven't
this baby.
yet.
You should meet this baby.
The person is in the States, so maybe
Okay.
one of these days I'll try and meet the baby. But there's been amazing testimonies. I think so. It was working together with another song I had that says Minsu. So I had that subject on that album. Like there was Minsu, and then there was Akuchenyami, which also spoke about not being afraid and having confidence in God and everything. And so it's done quite a lot. Sometimes I had something going on for me, like there was an issue I had, and somebody called and says, be encouraged.
Okay.
And you've been saying it to people, so be encouraged.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, but there's a song I know. I don't know who did the song, but it says something like, and there's another one that says, or something. And another one says, I was like, seriously. He says, I think those songs will be a blessing to you in this time, and so be encouraged. And so he said, this is the time
that was
to
the Lord
encourage.
Speaking to you.
Yes, he said, encourage yourself with your own songs. So it's been a blessing not only to the lives of people, but also to my own life.
So all your music, you are onto your 4th album now.
Yeah.
You're sticking to tradition. You like to do the album stuff.
You see, the thing for me with the live is it captures the atmosphere on the tape, captures, as the atmosphere and the presence of God is all over the place. Whilst we're recording, we capture all that on the tape. So when somebody is listening to it, it feels like they were there at the event experiencing what was happening.
Okay.
That's it for me. And so that's why I love it. And also, there's something about it you can never get in the studio. Never. You never get it. Sometimes that's where you'd realize in some of the songs I'll just say, let me just do this one last. Because, the producer is telling you, or the manager is telling you, time, we need to go. But what I'm feeling in my spirit demands that I go small before we cut it off. So.
Yeah. Are you always led, or when you da home when you're singing?
No, and you need that home. The echo system, it has nothing to do with any doubt. That times, I'm trying to hold myself together, but it feels like God wants to do something. I think there was this one, I can't remember, I think one of the songs, one of the recordings, so I didn't finish. I had to go back and wrap it up at the studio, because what was happening there, there was something bigger that God wanted to do than what I was, like the completion of what was happening. I know that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet and everything, but there was something happening at that moment that needed to be completed. And so I had to just allow it to go and then go and wrap it up later.
What's special about this album that's coming just after you've been crowned Artiste of the Year?
It's a year of miracles, if you ask me. And so I believe that that's what this album and is that for me it's a year of miracles and revival. And that's what's going to happen for this album. Every album comes with its own unique impact. Every one of my albums has its own impact it comes with. And so I believe this one is coming with that kind of revival and miracles.
Yeah.
And so miracles can go everywhere. Revival is huge. Miracle is huge. Most of the time when we talk about these things, people look at the miraculous works of God where it's healing, deliverance, but it's also talks about salvation and a change of mind, change of heart.
And sometimes even the personal connection with God.
Exactly.
You know? There are times that you feel like you're really speaking with God, like He's really listening to you.
Reconnecting people back to the source, which is Christ. And so I believe that that's what this album, so it's going to be a really special. And by God's grace, we've been blessed to have some amazing, amazing songs on this album.
You've also featured some amazing people as well.
Exactly. So I'm featuring Ohima Mercy, featuring Akese Bimpon, featuring Ntokozo Mbambo from South Africa, featuring Nathaniel Bassett from Nigeria, featuring a few friends too from the States. We're still fine-tuning some of those, so when that is ready to, but not all of them are coming for the live one. So some of them have been pre-recorded, and the rest is what we're doing on the night.
Okay. Now you're making reference to live. Tell us about it. There's something happening this weekend, which is live.
This weekend is the fourth album recording, which we've captioned the God of Miracles, or God of Miracles, happening at the Conference Center, International Conference Center at 5 p.m. Gate open, 6 p.m. we go live, and that's why I'm having in Quebec, in Tokozo coming through. I'm having Ohima Mercy coming through. I'm having Akese Bimpon coming through. And
so this is not just a show.
No, it's not just
actually
a show.
The actual recording of the music.
So if you're there, you get to experience the album firsthand before it's even done and released.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's going to be amazing. Anybody who's been to any of our live events can tell you. It's that I can tell you. Come not because I'm there, but come because God is going to show up.
Yeah.
That I can assure you.
And be there not because it's a show that you're just going to sit and watch.
Come expecting, come to receive of the Lord. I'm not looking for anything less myself. I want to be blessed. I told God, you know what, you can't go through me and be a blessing to the people and leave me out.
Yeah.
Be a blessing to me as well. And there are just some few tickets going. There's 50 Ghana cedis single tickets, 80 Ghana cedis double tickets, and then 100 Ghana cedis VIP. We have proudly sponsoring as Vodafone, and so you can find the tickets at all Vodafone outlets, retail shops in Accra and Tema.
Okay.
And so you can't miss this.
Okay, but I've got to ask you.
Please do.
Has more money coming after Artiste?
Oh, at least I would say that we've been gracious to have some sponsors, so that's good. We have Holiday Inn sponsoring us. We have Jandel sponsoring us. We have Unibank sponsoring J Plan Pool. We have Dask Capital.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's
and the good
big.
thing about it is, I mean, it's not like money, but they've been able to ease the burden on us.
Yeah.
So the things you are to pay for, they would handle it. So you get a release in your spirit to now do it. So it's not all about the money necessarily, but the work becomes easier than before.
But the expectation is really huge when that title is put on you, because people are like, do you feel any pressure?
Nah, I don't want to accept the pressure. The point is, like I've been getting this question, what is happening? We've not seen anything. And I'm like, guys, be patient, small.
This is me.
It happened in April. I know that if you rush it, you break the flow of feeding the people with what is happening. So we want to prepare, and then when we take off with what we are going to release out there, there won't be any end. So even after the year has passed, there will still be things coming out. So they shouldn't worry. After this release or this concert, that's when we start properly.
Yeah?
That's when we're about
Was
to
this going to happen irrespective?
Oh yeah, we've been planning this since last year. So the concert is being there. Because normally before you do an album, songwriting, arrangement, preparation, so it's been going on. We actually didn't even know we're going to, during April, something like this was going to happen. But it just happened to add up to the many blessings that God wanted to bring our way. Yeah.
Has anything changed in your life? Is there anything that you were doing before that you're not doing now?
Not really. I think now we're doing it better. We've stepped up a bit, and now I think we're doing better. I would say that we're working harder than before, but not changing the trend of what we do. Yeah. And so we're keeping true to what we are doing, but then we're doing it better than we used to do. Yeah.
We get a lot of concerns that people don't buy CDs any longer, and that's why I kind of asked the question, when somebody's producing an album. Really, because that's tough. Any strategy that you've thought about?
I mean,
getting people to buy?
I would say that it's not that like it used to be, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
People still buy.
Charlie, there you are blessed.
It's great, so that's what I'm saying. It's great. I think that people still buy CDs, and in addition to that, there's the online sales as well.
Yeah.
There are people that support your music that are not based here. They're based all around the world, and it works. I don't think it's not the way it used to be. Back in the day, I used to hear people say, I sold 1 million copies. I said, if I get to sell 1 million copies in this present day, it's not like before.
Yeah.
But I
so
think
how much would you be selling? I mean.
Oh, you can sell. You can sell. I mean, you go to events, people buy CDs. You travel out, people buy CDs. Everywhere you go, people want to buy CDs.
Have you ever put a number to it?
I've never thought of that thing.
Okay.
But I need to ask. Sometimes the distributors too. I need to ask how many CDs have we sold so far. You know, it comes with issues. So sometimes it won't be released to you because if they release the numbers,
they've got to account accordingly.
Exactly. So they'll say business doesn't work that way anymore like it used to. So,
but you've started. I mean, you've actually even gotten a lot of awards even from this album that's yet to be released.
Exactly.
Some of the music.
Any in itself was what got the any from the album that is about to be released is what got the award. Not only that, we just got 1-2 from the AGMAs in London, Africa Gospel Music and Media Awards in London a couple of weeks ago for Artist of Excellence West Africa. And so there's more coming. God is still making more things happen for us.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's a year of the God of miracles. Like, you need to just tap into it.
Yeah.
That's the one we need to.
Ultimately, where should we see you?
I'm afraid where, I'm afraid. When I imagine the place, there's a higher point. There's a really higher point. But if you know me, you know. Like, I'm just trusting God for where He's taking me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you know, is it happening this year too? I mean, a year of miracles.
Oh, why would you say this year too?
No.
It's like I said it last year.
Oh no, I haven't heard it.
It will happen. It will happen. It will happen soon. It will happen.
You know, I can't ask such questions. I'm trying to.
No, ask guys. It's fine. It's fine. I know what you're saying, but I mean.
Okay, we're not going there.
The year is packed, but let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, I want us. Today's Friday. Just motivate my viewers. This Friday, we're going to wrap up with one of your songs that I know really, really speaks to people. But what would be your Friday motivation to everybody that's watching?
I would say that God is the one that created us. First of all, He's the one that gave us our purpose, and so. No man, irrespective of how high or how low, has what it takes to be able to shut you or shut your dream. It doesn't matter how high they are above you. Once you put your trust in God and you don't give up and hold on and trust the giver of the purpose or your creator and keep pushing and keep trusting and keep working hard and keep believing in Him, with Him all things are possible. And so nobody can bring you to, once you trust in Him and walk in His will and His ways, you would get to the place that He's called you to be, and whatever that you intend to see, you would see it before the end of your life.
Amen.
Miles Monroe said something that he says that success is not making a lot of money alone, but he says success is discovering your purpose and accomplishing that purpose before God calls you. Then you can say you've been successful.
That's deep.
Yeah. And so keep doing it, keep trusting God, and keep going on.
And you make it.
Yeah.
All right, so the day is?
The day is Sunday.
All right.
25th of this month, happening live at the Accra International Conference Center. Gate opens at 5, event takes off at 6, and we're on. So like I said again, Itokozo is ministering, or Imam Messi is ministering, Akese Bimpo is ministering. Are you coming? You need to come.
That's on the spot.
Yeah, and it's proudly sponsored by Vodafone.
All right, thank you.
Thank you to Mama.
Is anybody rapping on any of the music?
I just actually thought about that today, and so something like that will happen.
Okay.
It's official, it will happen.
All right.
Yeah.
So Jill Mettle, God bless you. Thank you for
God bless you
passing
too,
through
Mama
the
V.
show.